Brightburn, directed by David Yavorski and written by Brian Gunn and Mark Gunn. It's not a lot that I can say in this film because I definitely don't want to get into any trouble by spoiling anything, but let me let you know that this film is going to catch everybody off guard because nobody's going to expect this film to turn out the way that it turned out, and trust me, you in for a shock. A true shocker, because it shocked the living mess out of me. The film is about the Bryers. Tori Breyer really wanted a child, and you can see the books and everything around her house. And then next thing you know, something lands on Earth, and it turns out that it's a child inside of this little ship. And as they raise this child grows older. He gets a little older, and you know, he's pretty normal for the fact of things, but then turns out that something starts to happen, which I can't really say what something happened, but something happens, and there are things I can't help but to keep repeating. There are moments in this film that's gonna really shock the living mess out of you, and I know everybody come towards this film thinking that this is gonna be like one of those. Like this gonna remind you of Superman because it seemed like he has that Superman power, but no, he's beyond that. He's beyond Superman. This kid, Brandon, is off the chain in so many ways. And what really surprised me is how gory this film really is. I mean, there are some moments that's going to shock the living mess out of you, and I like the direction that they took the film into. Goodness, I want to say some things, but I can't really say it, guys. But it's really good. You're really going to enjoy this film, and I can't wait for y'all to see it because I know for a fact if you don't have no plans on seeing this movie, you need to rethink that again. You need to go see this movie on the 24th of this month. It's really going to be good. It's definitely worth it. Before I get any further, let's get this movie a rating, shall we? I give this movie 2 thumbs up and a huge big smiley face. Oh yeah. Elizabeth Banks really brings a lot of heart to the film. I absolutely enjoyed her. She's every mom that every kid wish they could have. I mean, she is amazing in this film. I love Elizabeth Banks in this film. She brought a lot of heart to the film as well. Jackson A. Dunn, I think they picked the perfect kid for this Brightburn role because, man, he nailed it. And you really believe that this kid is really like this because the way what he brings to the table with this character, and he's just so cold, and like he reminds you of every villain that you've ever known. That's just really, I mean, he's really cold, but I love it. I love what he done with this film, and I thought they could not pick no other child for this film, but he absolutely nailed it. The dad was awesome too. I liked the guy that plays the dad in the film. I think his name was David something. His name is David something. David Den. I can't say his last name, but man, this film is really good. Like I said, if you're not planning on checking this out, you need to check this film out. I highly recommend this film as it got my highest rating, man. It's going to shock you, and it's going to be one of the really good ones. It's going to be the ones that sneak up on you, just like a lot of other films that came out that snuck up on people that they really did not think that was going to have a serious following. But this film is just going to be the shocker. It's going to be one of them shockers this year, and I hope that it makes a lot of money because I think the film is definitely worthy of that, and definitely needs to be number 1 in the box office because it's really good. I'm not even pulling your chain. This movie shocked me, and I know it's going to shock the living mess out of you. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know what you think about Brightburn when you see it on May 24th because I told you what I thought about it. The movie is off the hook. It's really good. It got a good story. It's gory. And it's the perfect horror. It's definitely going to be the perfect horror coming up because it's definitely a horror. And to all my movie lovers, keep it scary. I love you.